Hey new teachers, has overwhelming advice for your new classroom is to practice routines and procedures, but you don't know what that is, you don't know how to get started, you don't know all of the things? I'm here to help, no worries. Hi, my name is Jenna. I run A Happy Day Teaching, and this is episode 2 of my Back to School Bootcamp series, where I go over all of the things that you need to know to be successful during back to school. Today we are talking only what is a routine, what is a procedure, and why are they important. So first thing, what is a routine and what is a procedure? A procedure is where you start. A procedure is anything that you are going to ask students to do repeatedly in your classroom. So like entering the classroom, getting a pencil, putting their backpacks away, getting materials, anything that you're going to ask students to do is going to be a procedure in your classroom. It should have a procedure, meaning that students should have concrete steps that they have to follow to meet the expectation for that thing. So for example, let's just say pencils. You are going to have a procedure for pencils, because otherwise then students are just going to get pencils whenever they want. They're going to sharpen whenever they want. They're going to be breaking pencils. Pencils are going to go crazy. I always run out of pencils every year, so that's why that's the pain point that sticks in my mind. So you're gonna have a procedure for every single thing in your classroom. Once those procedures start to become habits, once they start to be things that students do automatically without you having to remind them or prompt them, then they're a routine. Now they're a routine because students do them no matter what. They're functioning in your classroom, they're following the routines, they're following those procedures, they got it. So that's super important, because if you have routines and procedures in place, students know what to expect. It's crystal clear. There's never any confusion on like, what do I do? Do I go to my desk? Do I sit down? Do I raise my hand? Do I do this? Do I do that? It's like, no, there's no questions. You know exactly what to do. Second thing of why it's super important is if students know what to do, then you can hold them accountable to doing the correct thing, right? If you haven't taught an explicit procedure or routine, you haven't really taught students what to do when they need to go to the bathroom, and then a kid just gets up and leaves, you can't really hold them accountable for that, because you haven't taught them the procedure is you raise your hand, you wait for teacher permission, I send you, you fill out a little thing, all the things, right? And so it helps you with your classroom management because you have a set clear expectations for students. My biggest advice when thinking about routines and procedures is that your students literally don't know how to do anything. Yes, maybe you teach 5th grade, maybe you teach 6th grade, and yes, maybe those students have been in school before, but your classroom is unique to you. The way that you have students turn in papers, the way that you have students hang up backpacks, the way you have students grab team materials is going to be different for your classroom than it is going to be for Miss Molly's classroom down the hall, right? And so you need to teach your students how to do every single thing that they need in order to be successful in your classroom. And if you need a whole list of routines and procedures, I got you. And be sure to come back tomorrow when I talk to you all about scripting out those routines and procedures. So I'm going to tell you exactly what script I use and how to write those down for every single routine and procedure in your classroom for episode 3. So see you tomorrow.